The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 171, The Garden. They advanced with extreme caution, each step filled with fear that the ground beneath their feet might disappear, or that they would trigger some mechanism that would shower dust of poisonous plants upon them. Fortunately, neither of these horrifying scenarios unfolded. They successfully navigated the passage and ascended a flight of stairs. Suddenly, they found themselves in an overgrown herb garden. In the background loomed a monumental building, constructed in the same style as the rest of the Alhambra. It was clear that the architects had spared no skill or art in the field of creating stereogram constructions. The same sophisticated technique used for the concealed entrance passage had been employed to create the walls that encircled the garden. The walls hid the garden so effectively that no one outside had the slightest idea that the garden existed. That was how Rita and Rosen could observe and hear the tourists on the other side, completely undetected. Even passing birds in the azure sky would have struggled to catch a glimpse of the garden. In the center of the elongated herb garden, a water basin extended towards the main building. Numerous fountains adorned both sides of the basin, sending sprays of water soaring towards the center. Like glistening pearls, droplets danced in the air before splashing back into the basin. The water flowed down the edges and into narrow channels that irrigated small plots of land. Diverse medicinal plants, flowers, and weeds intertwined, creating a vibrant and colorful carpet that covered the entire garden. As they followed the overgrown path alongside the basin, Rosen pointed to some flowers and remarked, "These are highly toxic. Yet, in small amounts, they can actually save lives." The architects had woven pathways throughout the garden, paved with imaginative mosaics of small stones. Rita gestured towards the water in the basin and asked, "Could this be the famous aqua vitae?" Rosen shook her head. "I doubt it," she replied. After a moment's reflection, she added, "I'm convinced that people let their imaginations run free when they invented the concept of the water of life. They attributed the healing properties of medicinal plants to the water that nourished plants." She added hesitantly, "But the rose arching over the pool could easily be the legendary eternal rose the antique dealer spoke of." According to the legend, the Romans conquered this entire area in their quest for the eternal rose, which supposedly has its roots in the source of the water of life. It's said that this very legend was the reason the Sultan chose to construct the Alhambra right here. Rita noticed that the scent of the rose in front of her brought back memories of the rose water she used to smell whenever she, along with Nuria, met Nara at the library. It didn't seem entirely inconceivable that Nara would visit the garden regularly. After all, they had explored the catacombs, which belonged to the Empire of Death, and had emerged in an herb garden said to grow on the water of life. They left the rose and the water behind and approached the terrace in front of the main building.